The 9800 tool is used in conjunction with a premium oil service. After we pour our product into the engine, we run the engine. After we run the engine for the specified amount of time, what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and drain the oil, then we'll hook up our tool. After we drain the oil, we're going to hook the appropriate adapter up to where the oil filter goes. After we get the adapter on there, we're going to put our hose on there, service hose on there. We're going to put air pressure to the machine. We're going to dial up our regulator. We're going to turn our ball valve to air. We're going to open our ball valve. What we're going to do, the air is going to go through the oil galleys and push out the remaining oil that's in the system. We're going to allow this to go until out the oil drain, until it reduces to a drip, or we get all the old fluid out of the system. After we get all the old oil out of the system, what we want to do is of course we want to close our ball valve, put our drain plug back in. We're going to put the appropriate oil in here with MOA. We're going to come back, go to oil. We're going to open our ball valve again. We're going to inject all the oil and MOA into the engine. Basically what that does is prevents us from when we do start the vehicle, we don't have a dry start. After we inject the appropriate oil and the MOA, we'll close our ball valve. We'll fill the engine the rest of the way up with the appropriate oil, and the service is complete. 9800 service. The first thing we need to do is add the appropriate cleaner to the vehicle and run the vehicle. We want to start the vehicle, run the vehicle for 10 to 15 minutes. While we're allowing the vehicle to run, we're going to go ahead and add a quart of appropriate oil to our 9800 tool, and we're going to top it off with MOA. Put the lid on the tool. The tool's ready to go. Next step we're going to do, we're going to raise the vehicle. Obviously we're going to shut the vehicle off first. We're going to raise the vehicle and drain the oil. We're going to remove the drain plug. Then we're going to remove the filter. After all the fluid's drained, we're going to identify the appropriate adapter. Put the adapter where we just removed the filter. We're going to connect our service hose to our adapter. Then we're going to move back to the tool. We're going to put air pressure to the tool. We're going to make sure our bottom ball valve's on air. We're going to open our top ball valve, and we're going to run our air pressure up to 30 pounds. When we run our air pressure up to 30 pounds, we're instantly going to start pushing air to the oil galleys of the engine. As you can see, any leftover oil that was in the oil system is now being flushed out. We want to allow that to go until it turns to a drip or stops. We want to flush the engine till the excess fluid coming out of the drain plug reduces to a drip. When we're satisfied with the amount of fluid that we've got out of the engine, we want to close the ball valve. We want to put our drain plug back in the pan. After we reinstall the drain plug, we'll go back to the tool. Make sure our lower ball valves switch to oil. We want to open our air valve. Air is being pumped to the top of our tool, pushing our oil back to the engine. Pushing oil where we just blew air through the oil galleys. We blew all the oil out of there. We're injecting oil back through them oil galleys. That way when we start the engine, we won't have a dry start. The tool will stop automatically. It's got a float ball on the bottom. As soon as it gets down low enough, it'll just stop. We're going to close our ball valve. Remove the air. We're going to relieve the air pressure off the tool. We'll remove our service hose and our adapter. Next, we'll lower the vehicle, fill the crankcase up with the appropriate oil, and the service is complete.